Good morning, everyone. Thank you. Secretary Young, delighted to welcome you here. It's originally built by Owen New Orleans. And particularly for this incredibly important conversation that is because he asked someone who's important and Secretary Young to come and lead our efforts here. And tremendous thanks to all of you.
Well, thank you so much, Ambassador, for hosting this breakfast. I'm glad to have a more intimate opportunity to discuss multilateral development bank evolution and how it can help us meet the challenges we face as a global community. The global shocks we have collectively endured over the last 3 years, many of which stem from global challenges like climate change, pandemics, and fragility and conflict, have taken a terrible toll in terms of lives lost, livelihoods disrupted, rising poverty, and slower economic growth. These global challenges are increasing in scope and complexity. They're disproportionately affecting the poorest and the most vulnerable. They threaten to roll back past hard-won development gains and impede the gains we hope to make in the future. And that's why we initiated the work to evolve the multilateral development banks, or MDBs, to better tackle global challenges. Equipping these institutions to respond to global challenges with sufficient speed and scale that's integral to supporting emerging market and developing countries in their fight against poverty and for inclusive, sustainable, and resilient development. In the 9 months since we issued the call to evolve the MDBs, we've made significant initial progress at the World Bank in refreshing its mission and reforming its operational and financial models. And we've begun rolling this agenda out to the regional development banks. And in addition to our existing commitments to the MDBs, the United States is working to enable new concessional World Bank financing to incentivize additional action on global challenges and provide enhanced support to low-income countries. In short, our commitment to address 21st century needs and challenges of emerging markets and developing countries is strong. While building resilience is central to evolution, what I also hear from partners in the developing world is that they want and need the MDBs to support them by delivering solutions to the challenges they face with greater speed and agility, and they need the banks to better draw in the private sector and to work better together. And importantly, these are all elements of the evolution agenda. We've called on the World Bank to identify process improvements to increase its speed, agility, and responsiveness. And we've called also for strengthening the World Bank's efforts to mobilize private capital at scale. This means creating incentives for staff that reward mobilization rather than just use of the bank's own resources. It means setting ambitious mobilization targets that could drive a shift in operations toward achieving them, and refining instruments and approaches like guarantees, securitization, and asset recycling. Today, we're proud to announce that the Investor Leadership Network, which includes companies with a total of over $10 trillion in assets under management, has launched a new commitment to accelerate pension fund and institutional investments in emerging and developing economies over the next 3 years. The network aims to broaden and deepen private sector financing, including through co-investments with MDBs in the critical areas of energy transition and sustainable infrastructure. My team will be working closely with them to facilitate these investments. We're confident that Ajay Banga will pursue the evolution agenda with vigor as World Bank president. Given his background managing large, complex institutions and his track record of forging partnerships between the public sector, private sector, and nonprofits, he is uniquely equipped to do so. And to maximize the impact of the Evolution Initiative, we need the MDBs to work better together as a system, each operating with its relative strengths and expertise, and in concert with the others. The MDBs are among the most powerful tools we have in facing the demands of our changing world, and none of them alone can solve poverty, deliver the Sustainable Development Goals, or address global challenges. And all of this is to say that the evolution reforms carry wide-ranging benefits for all MDB shareholders, borrowers and non-borrowers, middle and low-income countries, and it's important that each of us do our part so that the outcomes of these reforms are robust, transformative, and palpable to people and businesses in partner countries. So thank you for joining me this morning. I look forward to the discussion with our distinguished guests and today's events. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ambassador.
Yes, thank you.